Hello everyone and welcome to another bumper edition of Sports Tour on Enterprise Television, where we take you on a tour through all the major happenings in sports. I'm Josh Ikiokoli. We are live and here are the headlines. I am worth 100 million euros, Victor Osimhen insists. In rescheduled MPFL games, Enyimba hosts Akwa United as Bendel Insurance battles Shooting Star Sports Club. Nigeria's Flamingos head to Dominican Republic for a 2-week pre-tournament camp ahead of FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. Arsenal, CEO of PSG, as Barcelona, Manchester City, Inter Milan secured their first UEFA Champions League wins of the season. Let's take a time out on Sports Tour. When we come back, we will dig deeper into all the items on our agenda. Welcome back to Sports Tour on Enterprise Television. I have here with me the dynamic sports producer and analyst Ejiro Emeni. Ejiro, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, let's start up with the fact that Galatasaray striker Victor Osimhen insists he deserves to be valued at over 100 million euros. The Nigerian hitman is confident his skill set can command a price tag of over 100 million euros, and the Super Eagles ace stated that he was what the mammoth transfer fee Napoli demanded for him, as there were not many players of his quality in the round-letter game of football. Desiring a move to a top European club, the Nigerian striker has had to settle for a loan move to the Turkish Lions Galatasaray, as he could not secure a move before the European transfer window closed in the summer. The main reason for failing to move to the top European clubs in which he desired was that none of those teams were keen on matching Napoli's asking price for him. And during his contract extension in 2023, the Partenopei, who were then champions of Serie A, included a 130 million release clause in his contract, a fee that put off the likes of Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain. The African Football of the Year is settling into life in Turkey like a fish to water, with 2 goals and 2 assists in as many games. Ejiro, Victor Osimhen, African Football of the Year, Nigeria's number 9. Is he worth 100 million euros?
For me, if it was the season they won, Napoli won their league, I would have said yes.
Okay.
But last season, Napoli dropped. He also dropped in his performance as well. So I would say, for me, I would say it's a big no.
Joao Felix did not score up to what he did at Atletico Madrid, but Barcelona bought him for more than 120 million.
Yes, I see where you're
Moise Caicedo, Chelsea, Enzo Fernandez.
I see where you're heading to. But if you look at it, those seasons, they actually did really well.
But not as well as Osimhen, who was the number 8 footballer in the world.
That's what I am saying. If they bought him after the season they won, Napoli won their league, and how he performed in the Champions League and how he also performed in the league as well, they would have bought him for that price, no questions asked. But if you look at it, last season, they carried what? 10th in their league. Osimhen dropped in his goals and assists average normally. So I'm not surprised.
Which wasn't by much though. It was 27 by much. It was 27 the previous year, 15 the next year.
But
a bad season for Osimhen.
A bad season for him. But if you look at it, the team he's playing in matters. Where the team also finishes also matters. They didn't qualify for Europe, did they? They didn't. So no club is coming to get you for after the amazing season you had. Then the next season just flunk, and you want them to come and pay 130 for you. They won't. They will try and reduce it. I'm not to him, he might be worth it, but to other teams, he's not.
Well, I think we have to agree to disagree on that particular one, because to me, I would even bring 150 million euros to sign Victor Osimhen. Not just because I'm a Nigerian, but because that is who he is. Anyway, let's come back to Nigeria, to the Nigerian Premier Football League, and tell you that Akwa United have expressed their determination to make up for lost points when they take on Enyimba in a rescheduled fixture in Aba. The Promise Keepers suffered a 2-1 defeat against Sunshine Stars in Uyo last weekend and are still searching for their first win of the season. The one-time MPFL champions are optimistic of victory in the game to be played on Wednesday. And in another rescheduled fixture to be played on Wednesday, Bendel Insurance gaffer Monday Odige has sought to secure the first 3 points of the season when his team faces 3SC at the Samuel Obemudia Stadium in Benin City, Edo State. Bendel Insurance, who are just a place above the drop zone in 16th on the log, having gotten 2 points from 3 games, have scored just 2 goals and conceded 3. They, Bendel Insurance, who won the Nigerian Federation Cup, now the Nigerian President's Cup, are courting relegation and will need to win the game against Shooting Star Sports Club, which will see them move up on the table to 8 on the log. For Shooting Star Sports Club 3SC, a win for them will see them move to 4th on the table, where they finished last season, but where they were unable to represent Nigeria on the continent because El Kaneme Warriors won the slot to play in the CAF Conference Cup as winners of the Nigerian President's Cup. Shooting Star Sports Club, an illustrious club in Nigeria, they would definitely want to bounce back into not just finishing in the top places in the league, but also represent Nigeria on the continent as well. Well, in other stories, let's tell you that the delegation of Nigeria's Flamingos, which includes the 21 under-17 players and their management team, on Tuesday departed Nigeria for a 2-week pre-tournament training tour in Santo Domingo, the capital city of Dominican Republic, ahead of the commencement of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. Nigeria has been drawn in Group A for the 16-team tournament, where they will face host nation Dominican Republic, Ecuador, and New Zealand. The tournament will take place from October 16th to November 3rd, 2024, and will feature 16 teams from all 6 FIFA confederations, with Nigeria playing New Zealand in the first game of the tournament on October 16th by 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Bankole Oluokere, who led the team to 3rd place finish at the last FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in India in 2022, is confident of a good outing in the Dominican Republic. Oluokere had unveiled a 21-player squad for the upcoming FIFA A-grade competition. The Flamingos secured their spot in the tournament, beating the Central African Republic, Burkina Faso, and Liberia during the qualifiers. Let's read out the squad list of the 21 players that Coach Bankole selected for the Under-17 Women's World Cup. The 3 goalkeepers, we have Christiana Uzoma, Elizabeth Boniface, and Sylvia Echefu. In defense, we have Priska Nwachukwu, Jumai Adebayo, Taiwo Adegoke, Rokibat Aziz, Hannah Ibrahim, Vivian Ekezie, and Ololade Isiaka. In midfield, we have Taiwo Afolabi, Faridat Abdulwahab, Shakirat Moshood, and Muinat Rotimi. Forwards, we have Ogenemairu Obrute, Harmony Chidi, Kudirat Arongudade, Karim Ramotalahi, and of course Asisat Animashaun, Peace Efyong, and Blessing Ifete Zue. These are the 21 young ladies that will be representing Nigeria in the FIFA Women's Under-17 World Cup happening in the Dominican Republic. And let's move over to the UEFA Champions League, where we are blessed with 32 goals in 9 UEFA Champions League games played on Tuesday, as Man City, Barcelona, and Inter Milan got their first Champions League wins of the season. Meanwhile, Arsenal beat PSG, while Leverkusen scraped out a 1-0 win against 7-time champions AC Milan. Arteta's Arsenal outclassed his former team PSG in a 2-0 win, with Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka scoring in the first half for the Gunners. PSG coach Luis Enrique's gamble on leaving Ousmane Dembele out did not pay off, as Arteta, who enjoyed a successful 18-month loan spell at PSG while still a teenager at Barcelona, while a footballer, saw victory in that particular encounter. Robert Lewandowski got Barcelona off the mark as the Spanish Giants eased to a 5-0 home win over Swiss team Young Boys, while his former teammate Ilkay Gundogan got City off to a 4-0 win at Slovan Bratislava. The goal king, Erling Haaland, scored his 42nd goal in his 41st Champions League game. City, who were held goalless by Inter Milan in their opening game, bounced back with a 4-0 victory in Bratislava. Barcelona also responded to its 2-1 loss at Monaco, the team's first defeat under new coach Hansi Flick. In other games, Karim Adeyemi, who plays for Germany, unfortunately starred as Borussia Dortmund, ran riot against Celtic in an encounter between two teams who have won the Champions League 1 apiece. Karim Adeyemi scored a first-half hat-trick for Borussia Dortmund as Dortmund routed Celtic 7-1 at home. It was the second biggest win from a German team in the competition after Bayern Munich's 9-2 bashing of Dinamo Zagreb in match day 1. And Inter Milan defeated Red Star Belgrade 4-0. Tournament debutant Brest defeated Salzburg 4-0 away from home in Austria for its second win in as many games in Europe's premier competition. And Iranian forward Mehdi Taremi scored a penalty past Israeli goalkeeper who also keeps for Red Star Belgrade, Umri Glazer, and set up 2 more goals for his side hours after his country launched a barrage of missiles at Israel. Senegalese forward Abdallah Sima netted twice for Brest to take his tally to 3 goals in 2 UCL games after he scored in the French team's opening 2-1 win over Austrian champion Sturm Graz. Also on Tuesday, Bayer Leverkusen defeated AC Milan 1-0 in Germany thanks to a well-worked move finish from Nigeria striker Victor Boniface. Daniel Braganca scored late to earn Sporting Lisbon a 1-1 draw at PSV Eindhoven as Kan Karinet's brilliant free kick was enough for Sparta Prague to draw 1-1 at Stuttgart. Stuttgart fans displayed a huge choreography staying back in Europe behind one of the goals, but it was the Germans' first team's Champions League match at home since a 1-1 draw with Barcelona in February 2010. Going over to you, Ejiro. 9 fixtures in the Champions League. Your team, Arsenal, defeated PSG. Luis Enrique did not start Ousmane Dembele because they had a mini row some hours before the game kicked off. Do you think that Enrique's decision to not start Dembele affected him, or was Mikel Arteta simply the better man and Arsenal the better team?
With what I watched yesterday, both teams were evenly matched in possession-wise. PSG had Arsenal on the hold. They had Arsenal actually panicking for some minutes. But Arsenal also stood their ground and showed more precision that they wanted to win. Ousmane Dembele would have had a very big impact in the game. Maybe PSG would have scored also, but I feel it wouldn't have changed the end result. I felt Arsenal will still, not talking from a fan's perspective though, but I felt Arsenal will still have won the game.
7-1, Dortmund defeated Celtic. 4-0, Inter Milan defeated the opponent 4-0. Manchester City 4-0 against Slovan Bratislava. Barcelona 5-0 against Young Boys of Bern. You could probably say Barcelona did a diddy on Young Boys, and it shows that the Champions League is all about goals and excitement. Is this new format better than the old format?
Woo! That is a very tough question to answer. I'm still myself used to the old format.
Everyone is still used to
the old format. So I would just say it still has to continue. Let me say till the round of 16, the knockout stages.
Then we'll have to judge these group stages
by the group stages
based on how we've seen it. And as we know, it's going to be 36 teams in the group stages. First 8 qualified directly to the last 16, while 9 to 24 will play playoff against each other to face those 8 guys in the last 16. Well, let's give you the full results of the Champions League that were played on Tuesday. Arsenal 2, PSG 0. Bayer Leverkusen 1, AC Milan 0, Slovan Bratislava 0, Man City 4, RB Salzburg 0, Brest 4, Stuttgart 1, Sparta Prague 1, Barcelona 5, Young Boys 0, Dortmund 7, Celtic 1, Inter Milan 4, Red Star Belgrade 0, PSV Eindhoven 1, Sporting Lisbon 1. On Wednesday, there will be 9 games played in the Champions League. Liverpool will take on Bologna, Lille versus Real Madrid, RB Leipzig versus Juventus, Girona against Feyenoord, Shakhtar Donetsk versus Atalanta. Aston Villa will take on Bayern Munich, and Sturm Graz will do battle against Club Brugge, Benfica against Atletico Madrid, Dinamo Zagreb against AS Monaco. Out of these 9 fixtures, which 2 games are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to Aston Villa versus Bayern Munich. It's going to be a tough one. Aston Villa actually flunked last week against Ipswich. They drew 2-2 from back, actually. Ipswich had to come.
But then they also did a diddy against Young Boys.
Yeah, actually 3-0. But Bayern Munich did their own diddy
against Aston Villa.
They will.
Okay.
If Aston Villa can hold on, because Bayern in their last Champions League game 9 goals.
Yeah.
They should watch out for Kane and inform Olise as well. So I'm looking forward to that, and also which other
I think
match?
there's this beauty in the Champions League that shows us some, the things that happen in Champions League can relate it to world politics, even entertainment. We saw Mehdi Taremi scoring against Israeli goalkeeper. So, I mean, everything just balances out in sports. That's why we say sports is life.
Sports is life. It actually brings everybody around the world together. So, sports is it's just beautiful. That's what I have to say.
Well, this season's UEFA Champions League shows a change of structure as Europe's premier competition added 4 more teams to it. The group stage was scrapped for a league system with each of the now 36 participating teams playing 8 opponents once in the first phase of the competition. UEFA claims that these changes would ensure more evenly matched games, but perhaps Tuesday's results, big win for Barcelona, City and Dortmund, appear to belly that claim. In other football games in Europe, we witnessed an EFL Cup game as Newcastle beat Bournemouth by 1-0 to book a place in the round of 16 against Chelsea, courtesy of a Fabian Schär strike from the penalty kick. Well, that's how much we can take on Sports Stuff for today. Endeavor to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Enterprise TV 7 on YouTube. Click the notification bell to get alerts on our new YouTube videos. Follow us on all our social media platforms. We are Enterprise TV 7 on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Like, share, and engage with our content. And also visit our website, www.enterprisetvnews.com, where we give you all the hot stories on the go, the live updates, the exclusives, and the news you can use. Moreover, if you want to partner with us on Enterprise TV, you want to place your product on our platform, and for all sponsorship and advertising inquiries, kindly send a mail to enterprisetv7@gmail.com, or you can send a DM to our aforementioned social media handles at Enterprise TV7. Ejiro, thank you once again for your incisive analysis. We definitely hope to see goals galore like we saw in Tuesday's action in Champions League.
I hope to see more goals as well, and I'm always glad to be here.
Definitely. And before we go, let's leave you with this statement from Dan Reeves, former NFL athlete and head coach. He said, and I quote, "Difficulties in life are intended to make us better, not bitter." End quote. A call to never let the difficulties and problems of life weigh you down. Instead, one should turn any negativity into a positivity. I'm Josh Okoli, and I want to thank you for the privilege of your time. Until next time on Sports Store, hasta luego.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.